In the remote pilot world, getting a good understanding of airspaces is a real challenge. These are three-dimensional volumes of air, and we're expected to understand them by looking at a two-dimensional sectional chart. The FAA has high expectations, and if you talk to anyone who's taken either the Part 107 initial exam or the 2-year recurrent exam, they are both heavy on airspaces and chart reading. Now at Gold Seal, we've been teaching pilots to fly manned aircraft, how to envision 3D airspace for nearly 20 years, and I'll tell you the trick. It involves looking at a flat chart and imagining the 3D structure floating in space above it, one piece at a time. Let's take a real-world example and consider a tower inspection using the Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania sectional chart. The Pittsburgh International Airport lies in Class Bravo airspace. It's outlined in solid blue lines and is really one of the less complicated Class B airspaces. Nonetheless, it can be pretty intimidating at a glance. The surface area rises from the ground to 8,000 feet in the center, and there are winged layers east and west that start at 4,000 feet MSL and extend up to 8,000 feet. Let's see how the Class Bravo actually looks in 3D. The Class Bravo touches the surface in the center and rises up around that like an ornately designed wedding cake turned upside down. Just southeast is the Class Delta airspace that surrounds Allegheny County Airport. It's shaped like a drum, starting at the surface and extends up to 3,800 feet above sea level. Now your job is to perform a tower inspection of this tower that lies under the Class B, just north of the Allegheny Class Delta. The chart tells us that the top of this tower is 600 feet above the ground, or 1,734 feet above mean sea level. The tower is also surrounded by a faded magenta outline that shows where the Class E starts at 700 feet AGL. Your first question should be, are you legal to fly there? We already know that it's okay to fly up to 400 feet above a tower if we stay within a 400-foot radius of the tower and don't penetrate an airspace that requires an airspace authorization. So that becomes the real question. The top of the tower is 1,734 feet MSL, and if you add 400 to that, you'd be flying at 2,134 feet above mean sea level. The Class Bravo starts overhead at 4,000 feet MSL, so your unmanned aircraft will be well below that. The Class B isn't a factor for your flight. The tower is also clear of the Allegheny Class Delta airspace, so that's also not a problem. The final thing to consider is the Class E starting at 700 feet, indicated by the shaded magenta outlines. The top of the tower is just below the start of the Class E, but when you fly upward an additional 400 feet, your drone will be inside of it. While you do need an airspace authorization to fly within Class E surface area surrounding an airport, it's not required for Class E that doesn't touch the ground. In this case, 400 feet above a 600-foot tower does place your drone in Class E, but since it's not a surface area, no authorization required. So there you are. In spite of the complicated looking chart, you are free and legal to inspect this tower because you'll be clear of both the Class Bravo and the Class Delta airspaces. It's all a matter of looking at the flat chart and envisioning the 3D airspace above its surface. UAVgroundschool.com has been solving mysteries like these for longer than anyone else. In fact, we've been the leader in online pilot training since 2006 with over 100,000 passed tests and check rides. If you enjoyed this short video, I can promise you that you'll love Gold Seal's UAV Ground School. Whether it's for your initial exam or your 2-year recurrent exam, we've got you covered. If you aren't already a member, come on over and take a free test drive at UAVgroundschool.com. Fly smart and show everyone that you're a Gold Seal pilot.
Pass your Part 107 exam with Gold Seal. Take a free test drive today and see how easy it can be to pass your test with flying colors. Visit UAVgroundschool.com.